Driver sent to prison for injuring 17 children in a crash is up for parole, and not everyone is thrilled.
Angelynna Young was sentenced to 22 years in prison, but could get out after serving 10. As Local 12's Joe Webb shows us, one victim's family will be at her parole hearing to say, keep her locked up.
This is the day I left Children's Hospital.
Cody Shively has trouble remembering the 3 months in the hospital, multiple surgeries, and extensive rehab from 10 years ago, but there are pictures. There are also lots of pictures of the bus crash that crushed his skull and injured more than a dozen other children. Bus driver Angelynna Young pled guilty to assault and drug charges. She had cocaine and marijuana in her blood and got a 22-year sentence. Last month, Cody Shively's parents were notified Young is up for parole in January. Cody knows exactly what he will say when asked to speak.
So I think she should serve all 22 years because she gave me a life sentence of stuff I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Shively has 4 titanium plates in his head held together by 16 screws. He had to learn to walk and talk again. Nerve damage to his left eye gives him double vision. The traumatic brain injury changed the course of his life.
It's hard as a parent to know that his dreams of going to college. He's really having a problem with it now, like I said, because his youngest brother's in college, and every time we go visit him, it's like, I wish I was smart. I wish I could still go to college.
TAMMY Shively has already mailed 7 pages of testimony to the parole board. Angelynna Young has served nearly 10 years in jail, and some people think that's enough. They point out that no one died in the crash, and that 27 people died in the Carrollton bus crash. Larry Mahoney served only 10 years for that. The night before Angelynna Young apologized to victims and pled guilty, Rebecca Hampton and her husband Earl prayed with her in her jail cell. They have visited her in prison and think it's time for people to forgive.
I would think that it would be time to let her out and time for her to work on her coming back into the community and being a productive person in the community.
Today, the Shiveleys told us it's not time, not yet. On January 23rd, they'll take that message to the Kentucky Parole Board. In Dry Ridge, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
Angelynna Young will appear before the parole board on January 24th. She is scheduled to serve out her sentence in January of 2024.